Good evening. My name is Millie Brettel, and along with me are Hope, Jessica, and Amanda. We are compensation specialists for FastCat, and we're really excited to present the work that we have been conducting for the past couple of weeks on realigning FastCat's internal structure. There has been growing opportunity for FastCat within the industry to compete with tech giants, as well as the High-Tech Act of 2009 has brought the opportunity for our medical software to be put into a lot of new hospitals. So we're excited to present our new internal structure for how we feel we can best achieve our strategy as well as objectives.
Okay, so for our outline, these are just some topics that we talk about throughout this PowerPoint. So we have our objectives, our strategy, our structure, our plan, the process, rankings, recommended structure, implementation, and summary and rationale. Next slide. Some performance objectives are we want sales growth of 5%, productivity to increase from 2.1 to 2.5, gain 12% more customers than existing base of underserved, acquire 15% increase in new customer base, and expand offerings to the South with a focus on Texas, Georgia, and Louisiana. And then our employee objectives, the employee commitment to increase from 50 to 60%, and then we want the employee understanding of compensation to increase from 58 to 78%. Some more objectives, we want the customer perception of equitable product cost to increase from 3.7 to 5.5, and then delivery time of perceptions to increase from 4.2 to 5.5.
And then next is our internal structure strategy. Our structure overview is a tight, tailored structure that is designed as a hierarchical, and it has multiple job levels, and it's a job-based internal structure. For our multiple level job structure, we have grouped it into administrative, marketing, technical, and engineering positions. And then as for job evaluation and design process, we use the following compensation factors, which are education, experience, supervisor responsibility, contribution to strategy, complexity of responsibilities, and job knowledge.
So from the compensable factors, we created a job evaluation where we ranked and compared similarities and differences between jobs within each of the 4 identified job families. And so from the compensable factors, we developed a scale and a scoring system to be able to effectively compare the jobs. So we have a weighted scale here. As you can see, we have the job factor, for instance, education, that carries the most weight with 35%. And as a result, you can see that someone with a lot of experience are going to get 175 points, whereas someone who either no education is required or very minimal education is required, they're going to get 35 points. So through this system, the more points that you collect, the higher up in the organization you'll be, and most likely the higher pay the individual will receive. So education, experience has a weight of 15%, supervisory responsibility has a weight of 15%, as well as contribution to strategies. These are all weighted as 15% because we believe that experience that someone brings to an organization, as well as their skills, if someone supervises others, that is very important, especially as one of our objectives is to increase employee perceptions of management. So we would really like managers to take a more upfront role contribution to strategy is also something that we value at FastCat. So we really want to reward the individuals who help, achieve our objectives, through compensation. And then we get to the lower weighted factors, such as complexity of responsibilities, and then job knowledge. And job knowledge would just kind of be how much an employee needs to know for their job. And we can move forward to the next slide here. And so again, this is kind of a little bit more of a detailed visual of the scoring system that we used. So education, again, just kind of the various levels and the weight associated with each of them. And we can move forward. And then this is an example of the outcome of the scores. So this would be marketing. Within the marketing family, our software solutions consultant, their requirements, responsibilities, and their job description is going to rank a bit higher than, let's say, a visionary champion who might not need as much experience, but both of these have, big supervisory responsibilities. So there are big points rewarded there. And again, this is just a great example of the scoring system. So then we get to our structure layout. So after the job evaluation, we have come up with a visual for what we believe the internal structure of FastCat should look like. So we have the 4 job families listed out flat at the top. So you have administrative, marketing, technical, and engineering. So all 4 of these are going to be able to work together. And so it's flat there so that we can really encourage our managers to communicate with each other. A problem that was identified within employees were that departments such as marketing and engineering, there were discrepancies in their communication, and as a result, customers were not, their needs were not being met. So this flat structure will really help to make sure that departments are communicating more. Then you get into the rankings of each of the departments and who kind of will report to who, as well as the workflow process and the differentials in pay that will be established in the future.
We then move on to our implementation strategy. That's made up of 3 parts. The first one's manager preparation, the second one's communication and feedback, and the third one is evaluate success. We then are moving on to our summary and rationale. So we have a tight, tailored, hierarchical, job-based internal structure. Our job evaluation conducted based on compensable factors, structure layout, implementation, and future expectations. Do we have any questions? And if so, you can contact us.